Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Stephen King Reread, episode 5. Still doing the Night Shift collection. I'm on story 2. Going to talk about Graveyard Shift, which was first published in October of 1970, a full 8 years before the Night Shift collection would come out, in a magazine called Cavalier, which was a men's magazine that Stephen King used to publish stories in before he sold Carrie and made a lot of money. So this story takes place in a small town in Maine, obviously, and there's a textile mill run by a jerk of a boss named Warwick, who recruits some people to work over the 4th of July holiday, give them some extra pay to clean out this basement of this textile mill, which hasn't been touched in years. Um, Warwick's kind of a jerk, like I said. There's a guy named Hal, who's probably the protagonist of the story, I guess. He's a drifter. Warwick calls him college boy mockingly throughout the story, and it really annoys him. And them and some other people get to cleaning this basement with these big giant hoses, the hoses that like can destroy things with their water pressure. And there's a lot of rats, and these rats have been in the dark for a very long time. They haven't seen the light of day, and they've kind of started mutating, getting bigger. So these rats, they're vicious. They're not really afraid of humans. They start biting them, and so some of them, they quit. They're like, I didn't sign up for this, and so they start cleaning out this whole basement. And eventually, they discover that there's a sub basement. They discover a door in the floor. Um, Hal says, we gotta go clean this sub basement, and Warwick's not really keen on the idea, but he convinces them. Warwick assigns someone to go with Hal, tells Hal he can bring one more person. Hal chooses Warwick himself to go with him since he's such a jerk. And yeah, so I'm not going to get into totally all that happens. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the sub basement. There's mutated rats, really big rats, rats with wings, rat bat hybrid things. It's really gruesome. Some gruesome stuff happens. And that's all I'm going to say. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this story. This is basically all that happens. And I don't know. I like the story, especially for 1970. Young Stephen King, just not even making money at the time, just writing for writing. And I know he still does that. He's still a great writer, but he just goes all out on some of these stories in a way that he doesn't always later on. I really appreciate that. It's a scary story. I don't like rats at all. They scare me. Not as bad as snakes, but they definitely scare me. So, yeah, good story. They made a movie in 1990. They adapted this story to a not very good movie, but it's one of those, for me at least, one of those bad movies that I enjoy watching. It's kind of fun. Plus, Brad Dourif is in it, who's one of my favorite actors. He plays an exterminator, a character who's not in the actual story, but they added it for the movie. And I kind of like the addition. And plus, Brad Dourif is awesome. I don't know if you know who Brad Dourif is. He was the voice of Chucky in the Child's Play movies. Been in movies like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Great movie. He played Wormtongue in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He was in the show Deadwood. He was the Doctor. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff. He's a great actor. And for me, him alone is worth watching this movie. But yeah, that's Graveyard Shift. I'll see you next time, which I believe the next story in the collection is Night Surf. So I'll see you then. Have a great day.